I love unique, fun fold cards and dies that make them so easy. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik and I was introduced to the Stamps of Life and Stephanie Barnard's folded cards in a recent Crop and Create delivered online class that I took, and of course I had to go shopping. Here's two of the cards I made in the online class. So this card is a shaped cupcake card, and as you can see it has a fold at the top, and then of course we got all those elements. We got the felt, we got the cat, we got the dies that cut that cupcake out and the frosting out, and then this one Stephanie taught us how to use it to make an easel card with it. And again, all these dies and papers were from Stamps of Life. So of course I had to go shopping, and I could not resist this cute rainbow pinata fold-it die set. You get all the dies to make these cards. I made two with them, and I used these new Spellbinders pop-up die cutting glitter foam sheets. This one's called Peacock Feathers, and it gave us the purple and the blue, and then there's a gold and silver. In fact, there's all sorts of different colors. And of course, all the links to the products I'm featuring today are in the description box, as well as links to my blog post that gives you more details on the cards. So this is the first one I made with this set, and it is a super cute pinata little guy and a pop-up balloon there, and it opens again. You can choose to make it a shaped card like that, but of course you don't need to make shaped cards. Now here I use the same pop-up foam, just the opposite colors here, to make another one, and it has a cute balloon. And of course, and all of these cards will fit into an A2 envelope. I love to use inexpensive napkins to decorate my cards, and I'm going to show you in just a little while how easy they are to attach to cardstock and use for your cards. Now I get my napkins from Oriental Trading. Of course any napkins will work, but they have such a great selection, and this one was so cute. Birthdays are a llama fun. So I used the sentiment and then this cute guy here, and I thought that just kind of matched with my theme of the pinata. Here is another folded die set I just couldn't resist. It's called Drink Cup Folded Die Set, again from Stamps of Life and Stephanie Barnard, and this is the first card I made. It's so easy to do. You have all the dies that you need, and again you can choose to make it a shaped card, which I think are so much fun. This is like a cup, a drink cup, and when you open it you can write your message in here, and you get the straws and the lemonade and the and then I also got this matching stamp set that matches this and another die set that she has. So I got some really cute lemon sentiments. You're the Zest is what I used on that one. I love making cards in all sizes, and these dies of course will make A2 and mini slim line cards like I showed you. And now I'm going to make a slimline shaker card. Once again, I'm going to use inexpensive designer. I'm going to make inexpensive designer paper with napkins. So if you buy these napkins, there's a whole set. I think I figured it out one time mathematically, and I think it's like maybe 8 cents to make a card, because each one, that would be an A2 card, that would be an A2 card. Now I'm going to make a slim line, so I'm going to use 2 of the folds, and the first thing you do is skin it. So you take the white paper off the back. Some napkins are 2 ply and some are 3. This one happens to be 3, so you need to take both those layers off and just get down to the top one, which you basically can see through. So you can tell that you have it down to what you need it to be. And then I have a piece of cardstock here, and then I have my Craft Perfect double-sided tissue tape from Tonic. You can use sheets of two-sided tape. You can use rolls like this. The thing is, you're going to cover up the cardstock. And cut it off, of course. I went a little crooked on that, but that's not a problem because I'm going to use a die cut to cut this out. Now, in the many videos in the past, first when people started to attach napkins, they used an iron, and then I discovered that you could use your Mink. A laminator doesn't work because it's not hot enough, but a Mink machine with plastic wrap will do this. But then one day I was looking at my tissue tape and I thought, well, wouldn't that be an easier way? Let's just try it. So I tried it this way, and I don't think I'll go back, because all you need to do is have a piece of cardstock, a napkin, and some two-sided tape. And then if there's any wrinkles, you can just use your finger and get it out. You just attach it like that, and of course trim it down. Again, I'm going to use a die cut. Actually, I have one completed. I'm going to use a die cut to, that's starting to stick. If there are some wrinkles, again, you can just use your finger or a bone folder to get them out. And I don't have a lot of designer paper. I don't use it a lot. But when I do, you know, a sheet that, like I just showed you, is $1 or more, right? A regular piece of decorated designer paper. But in this case, it costs just pennies, and I have my background for my card. So I have put one on my slimline card that I cut out, and then on the inside I used another one of those funny sentiments from that Stamps of Life sentiment set that I showed you. When life gets hard, make hard lemonade. I put a bottle of liquor and a lemon there, and the card base is ready to go. I'm going to show you how to make a slimline shaker card. So once again, I'm using this die set, and I have done the die cutting. I have a straw that's ready to go and a lemon that's ready to go. I have 3 ice cubes, and then I have done the die cutting to put a shaker card together. The front piece and the second piece, I die cut out the center with this die, so that's what you're going to see the shaker through. And I'm going to put these two together, and then I cut the back piece out with a piece of vellum. I could use acetate, but I decided in this case I kind of wanted to look like frosted pink lemonade, so I'm using vellum, and then I have a back piece. So let's put this together. On the back of this, this is a colored mirror card, and I just thought it would be fun to have this be the cup. And I put some skinny two-sided score tape along the edges here. And then I'm lining these up, hopefully. Close. You could make the shaker just out of the top piece. I certainly wanted it to be these, you know, have these nice lines in here. And I did not glue that, you know, tape or glue those down. But I looked at the side here and I thought they weren't thick enough to put my favorite strips to raise for a shaker. So I put these two pieces together and cut the inside piece out of both of those. And now I'm going to put the vellum on, so I'm using more of those skinny tape strips. If I can get the cover off. I usually use my pokey. There we go. Alright, so I taped the top of the bottom on here, and I don't want that to show, but I wanted those pieces to be there to have something to attach. So there is the front of our shaker drink cup ready to go. I want to put the straw in, but I want it to go behind the vellum, and I think I kind of have to be on this side, so I want to cut a little slit in there. I think. I thought that would be, oh, it's through paper too, that's right, okay. Well, I can do it. Of course, yeah. Okay, let's see if that worked. Maybe we can do a little bit more from the back. Oh, it's through tape too. Okay. So I want it to go through the top and then into that slit. Let me get that figured out. So that was a little harder than I thought. I mean, it wasn't real bad, but I had to cut through, as you saw, tape and 3 layers, and so I did struggle a little bit, but I got my straw in. On the other one that I made that I showed you, I just put the straw on top, but in this case I did want the straw to be inside looking through to the pink lemonade. I am creating a well with my favorite raised skinny adhesive strips that I use all the time to make really easy shaker cards. I always create a well with these, and then I also add a backing on it. I don't try to put this directly onto the card base because that is almost impossible to do. It would be pretty to have the flowers through there, but more realistic, we want pink lemonade, so I'm going to put a pink backing on there. So I started putting the foam strips around. I wasn't sure how to handle this straw, but what I did is I got it in there, and now I have put a strip right across it, so that's going to kind of hold it in place, and I have strips on 3 sides. Like I said, I always use these, and they make really easy. It's a good height for a shaker card. It's not too tall, but it's tall enough that you can get some nice shaker movement in there. Another thing I always do is use my EK Success powder tool to just go around the edges there so they don't stick. Hopefully whatever you put in there doesn't stick. I got some new broken crushed glass from Renfio. It's on Amazon, and there's a link in the description box. The crushed glass is just beautiful, and it's become my favorite thing to use in shaker cards. And I got violet, and then I got rose gold. Isn't that pretty? And so I have some of those together in here. I also added a few seed beads. I tend to add those because they really move well. So this is going to have good movement. And then I even have some ice cubes that are going to move around, we hope. I cut these ice cubes out with the die. And I can't say that I've ever put bigger pieces like that of paper in there, but let's give it a try. So we're going to put this beautiful crushed glass and some beads in here. I don't want too many, but I want enough. It's a pretty big area. I think I'll go for it. And then I'm going to very carefully remove the cover of this skinny adhesive strips. And then I'm going to take my backing and attach it so there are no holes for the shaker bits to come out. Oh, but you know what? I have that slit in there, and I'm going to put some tape on that because they could sneak out of there, and we don't want that. So let's see. We have the ice cubes in there. They're moving a little bit, but even if they don't move too much, that's okay. And then we have all those pretty shaker bits in there. Now I'm going to attach, oh, I have a lemon. I decided to cut a slit in it and see if I can get that to stay. Where do we want it in here? How about there? And then I did put a little piece of two-sided tape on there to attach it. That's kind of fun. Then I'm going to put some tape on the back to attach it to the card. So we have a slim line this time. I showed you a mini slim line and an A2, and now I'm making a slim line shaker, and I'm just going to attach it here and onto that pretty floral background. And we have a fun shaker created with that die set, and then when you open it, when life gets hard, make hard lemonade. I had great fun playing with these fun folded dies from Stamps of Life, and I hope my cards encourage you to give some of the ideas and products a try, and then send some creative joy out into our world.